Good Samaritan act. Piss off!
Mother's looking at you from heaven.
Have you no one else to care for? Leave me be.
For Christ's sake, get a grip. Look at yourself.
It's quite hard to do without a mirror. Can I borrow yours? Oh wait, we don't have a house.
Yes, we're poor, but there is work to do.
Oh.
Honest money waiting to be earned.
I had honest work before I was fired by those fascist pigs, remember? So let me drink in peace.
You were fired for the bottle, not for your political opinions. When will you realise that?
Maybe I do drink too much. And maybe it did cost me my job. But the struggle is real, and don't you dare undermine it.
Bon voilà, excusez-moi, j'avais pas vu que j'avais pas allumé mon micro. Donc c'est reparti. Alors là je viens d'assister à une petite scène entre les deux frangines. Là, j'ai pas ramassé. Ok. Ok. Alors je vais vite faire tourner, leur parler aux deux nanas là, parce qu'à mon avis j'ai une ou deux questions nouvelles à leur poser. Alors où est-ce qu'elles sont? Non, lui non. Alors il y en a une là.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Donc là non.
Why do you and your sister Giselle have such opposing views, Lottie?
Giselle whines she lost her job due to her unionist activities, which started her drinking. Truth is, she got fired because she's an alcoholic.
Perhaps your sister's addiction to alcohol is the result of her despair, but not the cause.
Perhaps you're right. But I'm tired of her playing the outraged and martyred social fighter while I earn money for both of us.
Don't you think she wants to get better?
I believe she knows her alcoholism is a worry to me. And that's another reason why she continues to drink so much.
And you don't share your sister's views?
On the contrary, I totally believe that workers need to unite to fight. I just disagree with Giselle's hatred for all wealth and riches.
What do you mean?
I don't believe that you were an automatic arsehole because you were born into a good family.
Bon, il y a une question bloquée sur la vie à Londres.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Mais bon, je pense que je vais quand même la bouffer, elle. Et ta frangine, là, elle est là.
You again? What do you want?
Tell me why there is such resentment between you and your sister, Lottie.
She recently fell under the sad saint's influence. Like she's an angel, and I'm the bad, drinking sister.
Lottie sees herself as an angel. What do you mean?
These days, Lottie feels compelled to help people and follow Sean Hampton's example. What does that make me look like?
It sounds like you may be jealous of your sister.
Of course I am. It's me who fought for our family. It's me who got fired because I led these strikes. And now I'm the bad seed, and she's the good angel.
Mhm.
Why would you be the bad sister?
I'm not a bad woman, you know. I'm tough. I get things done. but I have this rage. It makes me do things.
What kind of things?
I don't know, Dr. Reed. It's like, since I can't change this world, I'd rather destroy myself before the world destroys me.
Ok, donc elle, j'ai juste une question perso qui est bloquée. Là, elle m'apporte déjà 1500. J'ai
Well,
pas
I'll
une...
leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Je crois que j'ai une quête secondaire avec elle. Je vais regarder. Ouais, j'ai bien une quête secondaire. Trouver les voleurs de Giselle Paxton. Alors, je vais voir ça. Ok. Attends, je vais retourner lui parler à elle là parce que elle est où? Pas toi, ta frangine, elle est où? Là.
You again? What do you want?
C'est quoi ce truc?
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Ah oui d'accord, c'est par là-bas, putain de guerre. Trouver le voleur. Je vais mettre... Mais non. Ah. Je vais mettre un marqueur. Ah ouais, c'est juste à côté. Ok. Ok, donc bah, je ferai cette quête après alors. Parce que j'ai pas envie de faire ma quête principale maintenant. Et ça, c'était quoi? Rendre le... Ouais, ok, ça, je vais faire ça. Il est où déjà, lui? Avec Cabot. Ouais, il faut que je le trouve, quoi. Bon, je fouille juste le campement devant, là, parce que je l'ai pas fouillé.
It's locked, all right.
Alors là, c'est ok. Alors, bah tiens, le Black Cabot.
A vampire kills it.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
I'm afraid your posters were destroyed.
It cost me good money to print those posters. Such a pity people don't take the vampire menace seriously.
Did you really think the posters would be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Ok.
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Shornhampton Shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
D'accord. Il est niveau combien? 4. Ok, ok.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Donc ça, c'est fait. Alors, je continue vite fait de fouiller aux alentours. D'ici qu'il y a des documents par là que j'ai pas ramassés. Ça c'est pour sortir sortir de la zone. Hop là. Tiens. Alors, il est établi depuis déjà un certain temps que Skal est le nom vernaculaire d'une espèce de buveur de sang inférieur. Pardon. Les Skals semblent souvent être des victimes de vampires qui ont miraculeusement survécu à la mort et qui sont revenus à la vie sous la forme d'une version corrompue de leur créateur. Selon de nombreuses observations faites par notre ordre au fil des siècles, les Skals sont habituellement méprisés et tués par les vampires qui les considèrent comme des créatures inférieures et abjectes. Le nom de cette espèce signifie lui-même esclave. On les a également appelés Sakalba en arabe, Sclavus en latin ou Sclaveno. J'arrive pas à voir, c'est un I ou enfin un O, c'est. On va dire Sclavenois en grec. Cela prouve à quel point ces créatures sont anciennes et comment leur créateur les considère. C'est peut-être pour cette raison que les Skals ont souvent tendance à former des petites communautés cachées. Il est également intéressant de remarquer que les Skals s'appellent de la sorte entre eux, comme ils avaient accepté depuis longtemps leur statut d'inférieur par rapport aux vampires. Il est plus difficile pour les Skals de dissimuler leur nature monstrueuse. Ils possèdent une peau pâle, des dents en piètre état, une étrange émaciation, des pupilles dilatées et un regard fixe. Nombre d'entre eux ont perdu tous leurs cheveux et présentent des cicatrices et des plaies qui restent béantes sans jamais complètement guérir. Il semblerait qu'ils soient également capables de survivre en se nourrissant de la chair des cadavres, alors que les vampires ont besoin du sang des vivants. Il est possible qu'ils soient à l'origine de la figure mythique de la goule, créature folklorique qui rôde dans les cimetières et se nourrit des morts. Les Skals sont des créatures pitoyables. La plupart du temps, ils ont peur d'être vus par les humains et les vampires. Dans certaines régions, d'anciens Skals ont été aperçus aux côtés de vampires, leur servant de domestiques ou d'esclaves, et bénéficiaient ainsi d'une protection en échange de leur liberté. La plus grande partie des Skals descend des icônes et humanoïdes. Cas beaucoup plus rares, certains d'entre eux présentent un aspect plus canin et se comportent comme des loups. On les appelle parfois vulpes. Dans des textes anciens, il existe au moins un troisième type de Skals ayant la forme d'un oiseau, j'ai pas encore vu ça, ou d'une chauve-souris, que l'on appelle Corvus. William Marshall lui-même a 3 fois fait allusion à des créatures en forme de chauve-souris qu'il appelle vampires dans ses mémoires. D'autres types existent peut-être, mais ils sont inconnus ou n'ont pas été identifiés pour le moment. Issus de boire à la fontaine du savoir, nanani. Ouh. Non mais c'est bien, ça permet d'en apprendre un peu plus sur l'atmosphère du jeu.
I hope they'll all return to the shadows once the epidemic has passed.
Alors je continue de fouiller la zone parce que par là j'ai pas été, là-haut non plus. Ah ouais mais ma quête principale, faut pas que j'aille activer ma quête principale, je vais aller par là. Là c'est fermé. Et là après je vais arriver sur la berge et j'ai pas envie d'aller par là. Ok. Ok, là y a rien. Éviter la maladie. Cracher, tousser ou éternuer sans faire attention propage la grippe. Ces microbes sont expulsés par le nez et la gorge. Ne toussez pas en public. C'était le genre d'affiche qu'il y avait à l'époque quand même. Bon alors voyons voir les quêtes principales, les quêtes secondaires que j'ai là. Alors, donc il me reste celle-là, trouver le voleur de Giselle Paxton, mais ça c'est à côté de la quête principale. Celle-là je sais pas trop, je suis un peu perdu. Là je les ai toutes faites. Là, ah il me reste ça, tiens. Et après ce quartier là je l'ai pas encore fait. Je vais faire celle-là, tiens. Bon alors sur la carte je suis où là? Ah ouais putain c'est à l'autre bout de la carte quoi. Eh mais tiens, oh mais il y a 2 événements que j'ai pas vu là. Et puis j'ai pas encore fait celui-là en plus à Whitechapel. Non mais c'est bien, je vais retourner par là-bas. J'ai pas encore fouillé là non plus. Cul-de-sac. Alors la barrière elle est à côté.
It's hard enough to cover the docks by myself.
Nickel. Porte déverrouillée. Tiens, il y a des rats là. Non mais c'est une planque ça. Alors voyons voir. Non. J'ai déjà visité ici. Alors qu'est-ce que je peux construire? Des seringues, des seringues. Ah ouais c'est cool. Des remèdes, je vais en faire un peu plus. J'aime bien en avoir au moins 2 de chaque. La fatigue, je vais en faire un autre parce que ça c'est un truc qui est assez commun dans le jeu. Ça je m'en suis pas encore servi, les seringues là. Alors ensuite. Ah ouais, c'est vrai que j'ai un nouveau flingue aussi là, j'avais oublié ça. Alors, je vais passer directement en 3. Hop. Je l'avais oublié celui-là. Ça c'est pareil, je voulais l'améliorer. Ok, le sabre, de toute façon là après pour passer. Il me faut les petits morceaux de poignée là. La hache c'est pareil. Ouais. Là. Ouais mais ça donne quoi comme composant? En fait c'est ça aussi que je reproche, c'est qu'on sait pas qu'est-ce que ça donne comme composant quand on les recycle quoi. Parce que ça a une excellente valeur, d'accord, mais... Ah si, là ça dit par contre. C'est... Alors, bonne valeur. Fiole. Nanana. Ça, faible valeur. Tartrate ferreux. Ouais, ces trucs là, je vais les revendre. Ça par contre, je vais le recycler. Et ça, je vais le revendre. Hop. Bon. Là, on est pas mal. Je vais pas dormir tout de suite, même si j'ai un petit peu à... Parce que comment ils sont là, mes quartiers? Là, ça va. Qu'est-ce qu'elle a, elle? Ça va, elle est guérie. Alors, mal de tête. J'aimerais bien trouver ce fichu vaccin, ce serait bien. Ok. Non, mes quartiers, ça va. Donc, je vais pas faire le con et je vais pas dormir maintenant. Et là, j'ai pas encore visité. Je vais retourner vers le cimetière de Whitechapel.
It's locked.
Eh ben, on va faire le tour. d'accord.
I cannot enter.
Ah, il est là le passage. Ok. Connard.
Let's pin it down!
Ah, enculé. Mais merde, ça l'a tué. Faut jouer avec le soleil, je vous demande 2 petites secondes. Merde. Hop, non, 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 pousse-toi, excuse-moi. Rentre-toi. Non. Alors. Moi je vais aller par là, moi ils font chier là. Hop là. Ah d'accord, je comprends mieux. Il y a un prêtre en plus en bas là, on va les laisser se battre un petit peu hein. Ils m'ont pas encore vu. Ah oui, il y a 3 contre 1, c'est facile hein. Allez, nique le prêtre au moins là. Ah putain, il l'a eu. Hop là. Hop hop hop. Ah, lui il a un lance-flamme lui. Merde. Je voulais changer, c'est con. Merde. On va le prendre sur lui. Alors, je vais... Non, je crois que je passe pas par le bon chemin. C'est plutôt de l'autre côté. Hop là. Je savais bien qu'il y avait un truc à ramasser. J'ai déjà visité ça? Non, ça me dit rien. Oh, c'est quoi ce bruit là? Celle où il y a de la lumière là, à mon avis, elle est ouverte. Votre armée a besoin de vous. Rejoignez-nous dès aujourd'hui. Ah non, même pas. Bah, merde, c'est fermé là aussi.
It's locked, all right.
Bon. Il y a bien un passage. Voyons voir. On va passer par les quais. Je pense qu'en se téléportant quelque part. Non, pas de ce côté-là. Hop là.
I cannot enter.
Chier ça. Je suis où là? Bon bah je vais faire le tour. Je vais passer par le pont sinon c'est pas grave. Sans lui il est niveau 4, je peux pas encore. Tant que je suis là. Non, je voulais voir les habitants du quartier ici. Ils sont tous sains, donc c'est bon. Elle est niveau 5, donc je peux pas la bouffer. Lui, niveau 4. Voilà. Ah.
Oh, that's gonna smart.
quoi.
This thirst for blood.
Super.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Alors, ah, non, 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 ah, j'ai cru qu'il allait y avoir un bug. Alors, voyons voir, donc il y a 2 événements à l'hôpital. Oh, où il est mon curseur là? Là, il y a bien eu un petit bug. Alors, Dr Swansea, ok, et là, Lady Ashbury. Voilà. Ah, yeah.
How are you this evening, Jonathan?
The scowl that escaped from the hospital is eluding me. He must be caught.
Scowls are a risk to the balance we maintain. It needs to be stopped.
The head of the guard of Prewan stopped by to see Dr. Swansea.
You have nothing to fear. The Guard would not risk openly challenging the Brotherhood. Even they are not that foolish.
I noticed there was no love lost between the Brotherhood and the Guard.
They share the same fascination in our species, but they diverge from any commonality in thought. Talk to Dr. Swansea if you wish to know more.
Now that the hunters are aware of my presence, they could discover your whereabouts too.
Don't worry. I've evaded those jackals in the past, and I shall do so in the future. And besides, who would ever suspect the kind Samaritan Lady Ashbury?
You certainly hate skulls.
No, not hate. I pity them. Damaged and broken for eternity. Can you imagine, Jonathan? Can you imagine what they must be suffering?
I would not have labeled them all the same. I've met some that are quite clever, in fact. Much like people.
I am sorry. You should know Scal is derived from slave. Vampires have never looked kindly on their lesser progeny.
Do you think they can be trusted?
They are weaker than us in every sense. From their abilities to being able to control their hunger. There is a savagery in them.
When we were at the funeral, I had a feeling. I think I met my maker.
You do not have to tell me if you don't wish to.
There is almost nothing to say. He appeared in a gush of blood, prattled off some riddles, and vanished without even telling me his name.
Be on guard, Jonathan. Whoever your maker is, he's obviously as powerful as he is elusive.
Should I not?
In most circumstances, a vampire would not discuss his maker. There is a strong bond that exists between a maker and their progeny.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
Bon, je vais aller voir le docteur. Où il est, Milton, là? Viens par là, toi. T'as quoi à vendre en ce moment?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Comment tu vas déjà? Ça a l'air d'aller.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Alors. Ah, c'est vrai qu'il faut que je change mon arme aussi. Je sais plus combien il le vend son fusil là. Ça j'en ai besoin. 66. Ah, j'ai pile poil ce qu'il faut. Contre après j'ai plus rien à lui vendre. Bon. Je vais m'équiper avec les armes là que je viens d'acheter. Alors, déjà 296, 290. Je vais voir si je peux lui vendre celui-là. 56 et le flingue il est là 82. C'est tout. Bon bah je vais lui vendre celui-là alors.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Non, la hache, je vais la garder. Sinon, elle vaut quoi? 31. Ouais, je la garde. Hop. Il y a un truc à ramasser là, non? Ah non. Là, normalement, oui.
It's locked.
C'est fermé, c'est vrai. Déjà fait.
Jonathan, have you got any news about Sean Hampton?
I'm still investigating. In the meantime, I have some questions.
All right, just ask.
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
What are you talking about? Have you seen such a phenomenon yourself?
No. I was just daydreaming. Since blood seems to be the key of our existence, I imagined what could be the ultimate state of a vampire.
I see. Well, too bad you didn't see such a creature. It could have been a fascinating subject of observation.
Tell me, Edgar, how did you meet Lady Ashbury?
I met her 9 years ago. I was working in Scotland at the time in a sanatorium the good lady visited from time to time. She subsequently offered me a position here, at the Pembroke Hospital.
Why offer you this position?
I'd already been experimenting with blood-borne diseases and transfusion methods. Without success, I'm afraid. How could I refuse such a fascinating creature? So, in 1911, I took charge of the Pembroke.
Pembroke Hospital. Why that name?
I'm not quite sure. I think it's meant to refer to the Earl of Pembroke. Perhaps it's someone she used to know?
What is the antagonism between your Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole and the Guard of Prewin?
It is an old and sad story, Jonathan. The story of a betrayal and of a definitive schism.
Who betrayed who?
I suppose each side would tell you the fault lies with the other. This I know for sure. A long time ago, members of the Brotherhood chose to hunt down vampires.
How many are you in the Brotherhood?
You mean today? Not many. A dozen, perhaps even less since the war. We are scholars, Jonathan. We favor quality to quantity.
Tell me, Edgar, have you ever heard about a vampire made of blood? I mean, without any physical form, but a shape of blood.
Ok, donc normalement... Voilà, j'ai plus d'événements ici. Bien. Ok. J'avais pas été voir celui de Whitechapel par contre. J'ai toujours ma quête à aller faire là. Mais de toute façon il faut que je passe par Whitechapel parce que ici c'est bloqué. Donc je vais aller vite fait voir ce que c'est que ce truc là-bas. Je vais vite fait passer à mon labo avant. Il n'y avait rien à ramasser là.
It's locked, all right.
Ouais, c'est vrai que lui, si je veux pouvoir ouvrir ses placards, il faut que je le tue pour avoir sa clé, quoi. Je pourrais rien prendre autrement ici. Et là-dedans... Non. Hop, alors... Bon, ça va aller comme ça. Le fusil là, est-ce que je peux l'améliorer maintenant? Non. Ça, je voulais voir justement leur recycler, ce que ça donne. Des rivets, ok. Bon bah hop, des rivets. Je vais récupérer des bouteilles. Voilà. Allez, let's go. Ah l'enculé. Bah alors, ils m'ont pas vu. Ah. Ah, ah, il y a un prêtre en plus. Ah, ça peut être bon pour mon XP ça. Ouais mais il va me voir lui si je me pointe en mode... Ok.
I have this thirst for blood.
Ah putain. Ah non, il y a un prêtre. Bon, moi lui c'est fait. Ok. Alors voyons voir comment est foutue la carte. Si je passe par la ruelle là. Ouais. J'ai plus rien à lui dire à elle. Viens là toi.
Good evening, Xiaoshu.
Wang Shanghao, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
Ah oui non c'est vrai. Et elle est niveau 3. Ah c'est dommage, sinon je l'aurais bien bouffé elle. Bon tant pis.
Goodbye for now.
Faut que je monte. Alors, la névralgie. Ok. J'en étais où avec j'avais rien à lui
Good
dire.
evening, my dear colleague.
Have you any news on Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It seems her dispensary isn't so busy nowadays. A good thing for the Swanborough cordial.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have
Je
the
vais
money.
déjà parler. Ah, j'ai déjà visité ça. Il me semble. Darius Petrescu. Ah oui, c'est le vieux que j'ai bouffé, ça. Darius.
This is despicable.
Maintenant, chez lui, c'est plein de rats. Et là, c'est la petite cour secrète. Hop, hop, hop. Pourquoi il y a des vampires là-dedans maintenant? Ah, c'est transformé en Dorothy. Ok, d'accord. L'affronter alors. Ah oui, j'ai des traitements pour le mal de tête. Mais j'ai pas le remède, mais enfin j'ai pas la recette, mais j'ai des remèdes. C'est cool. Bon bah c'est bien, j'ai fait un petit plein là. Ah, il y en a encore un. Merde. Ah merde, j'aurais dû lui prendre du sang. Bon, pas grave. Visiblement, il n'y a plus rien à ramasser. Donc je reprends la direction que je voulais prendre. Donc.
It's locked.
D'accord. Ou alors c'est en bas. Attends, comment c'est foutu la carte? Non, c'est forcément là. C'est pas la cour de Petrescu, ça? Je comprends plus d'événements. C'était ça le... Ok, bon. Alors... Merde. Ah non. Viens là. Ici. Hop là. Hop là. D'accord, bon voilà là. Joe Peterson, il me restait quoi à
You
voir
again?
avec lui, là.
What do you want this time?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I saw her wandering the streets. Yesterday, I think. She didn't recognize me. People say she's lost it. It's a sad story.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Louis, il est niveau 4. J'ai découvert tout le monde dans ce quartier là, Whitechapel là. Ouais. Et sur les docks, il y a une personne que j'ai pas encore rencontrée. Et là, j'ai pas encore été. Clayton d'Army.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears the dispensary is now a major source of contagion in Whitechapel. Someone should do something about it, but no one cares.
Tell me, Clayton, do you really think this young woman stole your wallet?
Christina? Yes. I recently met her. A nice girl, despite her questionable conduct.
How exactly did you meet Christina?
During my investigation, I offered my hotel room to her to rest and get away from the street.
And what happened?
The next morning, my wallet and my watch had disappeared. I suppose that's what you get for being a good Samaritan.
If you are going to sleep with a lady of the night, Clayton, I would advise you to be cautious.
I can't really be mad at her, though. She's just trying to survive. She doesn't have many options.
Was it wise to become so intimate with a woman you were supposed to interview, Clayton?
Maybe it was. But I have learned to look for the inner truth and beauty in people.
I know more than enough to understand your situation. For a reporter, you certainly lack impartiality.
I would have expected more open-mindedness from an educated man like you, Dr. Reed. If you have no further wisdom to impart, I shall take leave.
Ah merde. Merde. Bon, tant pis.
Goodbye, Mr.
Eh ben toi, dès que je pourrai, je te boufferai, mon gars. Tiens, bah là, Christina, j'ai pas des questions à lui poser à elle. Là.
Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind, Mr. Reed?
Ah.
Did you steal Clayton Darby's wallet? Tell me the truth, Christina.
Of course I stole it. But I never thought he would come back to look for it.
Why did you do it? He seems to trust you.
For a time I thought he was different from other men. In the end, he just wanted to sleep with me. Same as the others.
Perhaps Clayton is different. Maybe you two should talk. A conversation couldn't hurt.
I know what I am and what people call me. I sleep with men for money. If I can accept that, why can't he? No. My future is with the ones I love, not with Clayton Darby.
The ones you love? The money you stole is not for you, then?
My brother is still in our hometown in Romania. I am the only one who can buy him a ticket to England.
Tell me, Christina, is it worth risking your health and your life for your brother's safety?
He's the only family I have left. I had to leave Romania without him. I can't be happy until he is near me again.
Does your brother know what you do to earn the money to bring him here?
Don't be simple, of course not. And he must never know. Everything will be different once he is here with me.
I understand your concern. I spent many months away from my family when I served on the front line in France.
Every time I write to him, I fear I won't receive an answer. It kills me to know he is still there.
But what about your life, Christina? Are you so worried about your brother's survival that you will risk your own?
You think you know it all because you fought in the war. But my brother is no soldier.
I know. We all understand the risks to soldiers, but we don't necessarily recognize the civilian casualties caused by these conflicts.
Yes. Wars are decided by rich men who will never take the risk of being shot, raped, or maimed.
Could this be the scarf you lost, Miss Popper?
It is much more than a scarf to me. It is the only thing that connects me to my family and my country. Thank you so much.
What do you know about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
2 girls I know went to the dispensary yesterday. Nobody has seen them since. I worry about them, in case bad things happen.
Bon, et là... Attends.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Donc normalement la quête secondaire... Merde. La quête secondaire... Voilà, elle est faite. C'était celle-là. Donc maintenant il me reste plus que celle-là que je vais aller faire de ce pas.
There is something going on in this district. I don't know what. Like a sign.
Alors comment c'est foutu sur la carte? Donc c'est bien par là. Carmélia je vais voir mais je crois pas avoir grand chose à lui dire.
Hello again, miss.
Ouais, niveau 5 alors.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Et lui, niveau 3.
Good evening, Mr. Nithicott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
When she was younger, my mother was a painter and a poet. She told me many times how poor her artist friends were, and how she helped them.
My parents pay for my rent, my food, and my clothes. All I have to give them in return is lies they do not believe.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Bien, bien, bien.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not at all, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Hop là. Putain. Viens là. Allez, mais bouffe-le. Mais...
Step away.
Par ici alors du coup là. Voilà, il y a quelqu'un là. Ah bah tiens, le là, lui que je connais pas encore. Névralgie. Comment je fais pour rentrer là-dedans moi? Ah attends. Par là déjà. Ah. Il y a un moyen d'entrer, mais par où? Bouge de là. Là-haut. Merde, mais non. Ah, quel con. Ok. Il est là.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
Ah putain, d'accord.
All right. I shan't insist. Goodbye for now, sir.
D'accord, donc je peux pas encore le faire. Ok, génial. Donc pour le coup, si je regarde bien, enquête secondaire. Ouais, il y a ça aussi. Non, mais je vais faire la quête principale, c'est pas grave. Je vais aller dormir et je vais faire la quête principale. Je vais enlever le repère là. Enfin, non, de toute façon, je peux pas. Si, au pire, ce que je peux faire, c'est ça. Niveau 4.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, mate. It's not my
3,
fault,
4.
okay, one way or another. Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake. I prefer not to kid you another bleeding parent.
Non. Je pensais comme discussion, extermination.
It's locked, all right.
Albert Palmer. Albert Palmer. Merde, mais non, mais. Ah. Benjamin Palmer et Albert Palmer. Je me rappelle plus très bien de l'un.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Never heard of her.
Ah ouais, d'accord. Ok.
Goodbye, young man.
Je vais aller parler à son frangin.
Bloody hell.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Have you any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not recently.
Non, putain, je sais pas ce que je peux faire pour... Putain, je pourrais les bouffer en plus, c'est dommage. Mais bon, là,
A
ce serait du
gun,
gâchis.
alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Bon, c'est pas grave. Alors, je dois aller par là. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut lui?
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Viens par là, toi.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right? Now piss off.
No, not now. Not me, please. I'll be good.
C'est quelle porte qu'il essayait d'ouvrir? Celle-là, non? Où il est son frère? Ah, c'est con qu'il soit malade. Mais je vais me les faire, les frères de merde, tant pis.
Someday you'll understand.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed. I'm not afraid anymore. I died in this trench a long time ago.
Non, bon, je vais retourner vers l'hôpital, de toute façon, il n'y a que par là que... Je sais pas où elle est la baraque des Palmer. Il faudrait que je fouille. Bon alors là, il faudrait que j'aille vers ma gauche. Alors voyons voir. ...61... 82... Ok... Alors c'est celui-là que j'aimerais bien... ...faire évoluer, il va me falloir des gâchettes. Quoi déjà celui-là là? Bon, je vais déjà m'occuper de ce que j'ai. Alors, santé. Niveau 4. L'endurance. Niveau 4. Le sang. Niveau 4. Je suis à 1900. 3000. Ah ouais. J'avoue que j'ai été gourmand sur les... C'est pas grave. Autophagie. 2000. Ah, dommage. Alors, charge. 1500. Migraine. Mal de tête. Je vais aller le soigner de suite, lui. Rhume. Ok. Donc il me faut du rhume. Alors pour le rhume, je sais plus à combien je suis. J'en ai 2, non, 4. Oh, ça va. Ça, j'ai pas encore la recette, ça fait chier. Alors, donc on a dit que dans le secteur, j'avais qui? Juste un docteur à soigner. Parce que lui, j'ai pas encore ce qu'il faut. Strickland.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if anyone other than you had asked that question, Dr. Reed. But your help is welcomed.
There is no shame in helping each other. We're colleagues, after all.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Bien, 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 bien. Il est niveau quoi, lui, 4. Ouais, lui, j'ai vraiment plus rien à lui.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Bon. Alors, ce qui est marrant, c'est que pour le mal de tête, j'ai ce qu'il faut. Enfin, j'ai juste un, il m'en reste plus qu'un. Mais pour la migraine, c'est pas le même. Alors que c'est exactement les mêmes symptômes. Non, mais bon, c'est... Bon, ça, je vais le retirer.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Alors, ça, je vais le vendre. Ça, non. Ensuite. Acheter ça. Je vais avancer. Non. Hop, c'est parti. L'enculé.
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here. Get them weapons ready. I'd step back, sir.
Je vais plutôt passer par là. Bon, t'as rien à me dire de spécial, toi.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Non, c'est bon.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Mais non, j'ai plus grand chose. Alors, par contre, je dois avoir des trucs à te vendre. Moi, si je vais tout vendre. Dommage. Ça, je sais pas combien il m'en faut. Je sais que j'en ai besoin pour le fusil là. Non, c'est pas grave. J'aille pas trop vite. Attends, lui là, Dyson là.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Ah, you're that doctor. No one will ever know what I did. I'm gonna die with blood on my hands. No one will remember me.
Archer, c'est qui déjà lui?
Good evening, sir. I'm amazed you made it back to the docks alone. Good for you.
Well, I could say the same about you, young man. More to the point, who the hell are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
And I am Archer Woodbead. Please excuse my assertiveness. I often forget I'm just an old prune.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
People used to feel safe around here. They had the gangs protecting them. Now all they do is bicker and plot against one another.
Missing the good old days, are you not?
Trust me, son. The longer you live, the less meaning your existence will have. You need to remember the days you still had beliefs.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people trusted the Wet Boot Boys. We looked out for the docks and its families. Nowadays, they're just a bunch of greedy fuckers.
You were a gang member?
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
If you were such a respected figure, surely you have many interesting stories about this part of town.
You bet I do, but make no mistake. I'm no rat, sir. Some secrets are best left buried.
Who would you trust around here?
The owner of the Turquoise Turtle's a decent fella. Tom's his name. Sean Hampton's all right too. Don't particularly share his religious views. He's quite devout if you catch my meaning.
Do you still know anyone? From the old days, I mean.
Most of them are dead. I still give Miss Gillingham salutations. She doesn't remember me. She did once like me. Boy, she was a beauty back then.
Any remarkable new faces around here?
Nobody. Well, there's that boy Rufus the Curse. I like him, despite the reputation he's made since his parents died. Poor little bastard.
I'm sure a district as colorful as the docks must have plenty of stories about strange visitors and creepy characters.
So, you want me to talk about the sewer dog, don't you?
If you don't mind.
The sewer dog is a bitch. Appropriately named. An old woman dressed in rags. She has an elegance, though. Despite her ugliness. I saw her once. Scared the life out of me.
Have you always been so bitter?
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked disgust. When everything turns to shit, we all have to eat a spoon or two.
As a practitioner, I believe science will provide a new standard of welfare. It's just a matter of time.
I'd like to believe you, Doctor. But recently all science has been good for is mustard gas and machine guns.
But what about social progress? What about women getting the right to vote? Things can change for the better.
I've never voted, not once. And my wife, God rest her soul, she was too busy taking care of the kids to vote.
Tell me about the Wet Boot Boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen.
Andrew never told me what they do. I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbead? So why did he join?
Now I think about it, Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
So your son has left you nothing to explain his actions? No letter or message?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reed. But I would kneel and pray if I thought it would give me my Andrew back.
Goodbye, sir.
Donc lui, je me demande si c'était pas le dernier que je devais rencontrer. Non, c'est pas le dernier. C'est bizarre quand même. Par là, il y a personne. Bon, de toute façon, c'est de l'autre côté qu'il faut que je fasse. Genre il l'avait pas vu quoi. Ah oui, c'est vrai. Vu que j'ai ouvert la grille à côté, je vais plutôt passer par là. Je suis déjà venu ici moi. Je crois. Je crois. C'est même sûr. Parce que là après j'arrive.
Please, sir.
Y a pas de porte que j'ai pas faite ici. Ah, c'est qui lui? J'ai pas encore discuté avec. que t'as à me dire, toi?
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale.
Je vais pas encore parler à lui.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
Faire un petit tour là-dedans. Alors, on va discuter un petit peu tous les deux.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. Well, I would never say that to him, of course.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh no, I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
Do you require medical attention, miss?
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippett. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all?
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Jack takes good care of you, Miss Gillingham.
He does indeed. My Jack is the best son a mother could ask for.
Tell me, Enid, why do you feel guilty about your son?
I know I'm a burden to my Jack. I know my mind and my thoughts are drifting away. I'm so sorry. I can't help it.
This is not your doing, Miss Gillingham. You do not have to apologize for your condition.
Of course I don't, Doctor. I've done nothing wrong, I swear it. What exactly are we talking about here?
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Je vais regarder vite fait autour de moi s'il n'y a pas des indices que j'oublierais. Parce que elle, c'est qui ça? ça doit être des ennemis. Ah, j'ai pas fouillé ça. Ah bah ouais, faut que je la bute. Ah. J'ai couru jusqu'à chez toi, mais tu étais déjà parti, alors je t'écris ce message. Est-il vrai que tu l'as tué? Je n'arrive pas à le croire. Pourquoi? Que s'est-il passé? Je dois vraiment te parler. S'il te plaît, essaie de trouver un moyen de me contacter quand tu recevras ce message. Puisque je sais que tu peux te montrer très prudent, et pour te prouver que ce n'est pas un piège, nous n'aurons qu'à utiliser un code quand nous nous rencontrerons. Je sifflerai mon nom, Jack, en morse, et tu le siffleras le tien, d'accord? De cette façon, tu sauras que c'est vraiment moi. Pour le moment, c'est une bonne chose que tu te caches. Les Wet Boot Boys fouillent tout le quartier et disent vouloir punir celui qui a assassiné l'un des leurs. Je suis sûr qu'on pourra trouver un arrangement pour régler cette affaire une fois que les esprits seront calmés. Là...
So, Dr. Tippets, what brings you back here? We haven't talked in quite some time.
D'accord, la lettre elle a rien à voir avec... Ok. Non, je pense que c'est quand j'aurai fini cette quête là que je pourrai... Faut que je trouve juste Rodney machin truc là. Non, c'est pas lui. Hein, cache. Ah. Rodney, ok, d'accord. Ok. Alors ici je peux pas rentrer. Cabotte. « 27 octobre, expéditeur, poste de commandement de la garde de Priwen, destinataire patrouille des docks, sujet chasseur de vampires, imposteur à éviter. Certains de nos éclaireurs nous ont récemment signalé la présence d'un certain Ichabod Throgmorton sur les docks de East End. Vous le verrez probablement patrouiller la zone de nuit, prétendant être un spécialiste de l'extermination des vampires. Cet homme est un parfait imposteur. Ce n'est pas un escroc car il ne demande aucune compensation pour son travail, mais il n'a manifestement aucune idée de ce qu'il fait ou raconte. Si jamais il vous propose de collaborer ou de chasser ensemble, refusez et laissez-le partir. Dans un combat contre un suceur de sang, le pauvre homme ne pourrait servir à rien d'autre qu'à faire l'appât. Tiens, j'aurai un nouveau truc à lui dire à la Ichabod de retour là. Ok. Hauteur, y'a rien.
Over there! someone serious about keeping people out. First place to look.
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further. Giselle's stolen money. Pretty one.
Voici l'argent collecté par les camarades pour notre prochaine grève. Garde-le bien en sécurité jusqu'à ce que cet année superviseur arrête de poser des questions et de mettre leur goin dans nos affaires.
Has some unethical ways of financing their war.
It's done for him! I order you to step back! Take the precedence!
Culé.
No rest!
Il n'y a plus rien à ramasser.
It's locked.
That doesn't work.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Merde. Celle-là je peux pas. Il n'y a rien à faire avec ça. Ok. Réfléchissons. Truc, mais quoi? Ah mais je l'avais fermé celle-là aussi. Ah, je comprends mieux maintenant. Ok.
Gate should shut properly now.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's locked, all right.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity. So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon!
Oh. D'accord.
Whence you vanished, slaughter these scalds while singing your name!
Là j'aurais même... Putain, j'aurais pu changer de fusil. Alors... 82... Hop.
Return to your apothecary and needles. Your blood is now mine.
Alors, je suis...
It's locked. Alors, en hauteur. Ah, il y a nulle part où je peux monter là. C'est quoi ces conneries? Ah, il est là son truc à ramasser.
Bon, c'est bien.
I cannot enter.
Je peux pas monter là. La porte là, elle est fermée aussi. Je suis... Ah non.
At least one skull escaped Virgil's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Je vais retourner un peu vite fait. Juste voir ce qu'il y avait là en face. À mon avis, j'approche du monstre, donc je vais plutôt retourner en arrière parce que ma quête, à mon avis, est par là-bas. L'autre quête, là où j'étais en hauteur, là, ici. Ici c'est un cul-de-sac. Ah, il y a une autre trace de sang ici.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Oh, il y a bien du monde là. D'accord. Je vais peut-être... J'ai vite fait explorer un petit peu plus pour voir. Et je vais revenir là après. D'accord, donc en fait c'est exactement là où j'étais tout à l'heure. Là je reviens en arrière, c'est ça. Ok. Pas de problème.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
So you're the sewer dog I've been told about. But who are you, really?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget, and this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves, if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
D'accord, je peux plus lui parler. Ok, c'est le qui chiale là-haut. Attends. Donc là je suis dans le West... Non, je suis pas dans le West End, là je suis dans un autre quartier, je suis dans les égouts là. Ok.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Pourquoi je ferais ça?
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master. Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
not seen me on these walls in such a long time.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Ah, j'ai pas été voir par là.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
D'accord.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the color of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Whatever you've done, you can't spend the rest of your life hiding here.
I just wanted to teach him a lesson. Not kill him. I'm not responsible for a murder if I didn't want to commit it. It was an accident.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
Voilà, ça c'est fait. Je sais pas ce qu'il y a par là, je vais vite fait aller voir. Non, je vais pas y aller tout de suite par là. Alors, la suprématie des icônes, ce n'est pas une coïncidence si les icônes sont les plus nombreux et les plus éminents des vampires. Les icônes représentent la véritable aristocratie des immortels, et, si je peux me le permettre, ils sont les seuls à pouvoir rester au sommet de la chaîne alimentaire partout où je me suis rendu. Je n'ai rencontré que des icônes qui dirigeaient la société mortelle et immortelle. Les icônes sont les plus humains, les plus intelligents et les plus instruits de tous les vampires. Comprenez-moi bien, je n'ai rien contre les espèces plus exotiques comme les Vulcodes, qui partagent avec nous ce don qu'est l'immortalité. La plupart d'entre eux, pauvres, peuvent s'avérer utiles, si on les oriente vers un but précis, mais il leur manque la plus importante des caractéristiques, la capacité à se mêler aux mortels sans se faire repérer. Par conséquent, le club Ascalon n'accepte que les icônes, issus des plus hautes lignées comme membres de son cercle. Selon les circonstances, des Vulcons peuvent être acceptés en tant que chiens de guerre ou chiens de chasse, tant qu'ils obéissent à notre loi. Par chance, des cousins inférieurs ont une tolérance naturelle à se soumettre et à obéir à leur maître, issu de loi d'Ascalon.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes. From the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it. Brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me. And now it is silent. But it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest. No more questions, Dr. Reed.
Hop là.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us, and I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most Skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most Skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are Skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a Skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a Skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Shornhampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Non, y a pas de sortie par là. Alors, je suis à 3000, nanana. si... Non, fatigue. Ok. Ah oui, mais on a au moins 4. Fatigue de... Ok. Ah, c'est quoi ça? Ok. Ça va être pareil. Hop là, il y avait un rat là, non?
I have this thirst for blood.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time. How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a... How is London? I've not seen beyond...
It's locked, all right.
D'accord.
I cannot enter.
Ok.
The vampire hunters will never find us here.
It's locked.
Et je vais faire une pause là, je vais m'arrêter là dès que ça a fini de charger. Je reprendrai un petit peu plus tard. on va arrêter la vidéo maintenant. Bon ben en tout cas merci à ceux qui sont passés et je continuerai à faire d'autres vidéos pour montrer le jeu et le terminer incessamment sous peu. Merci.